We're going to solve a problem today using the assets to action model. And this is a story that's loosely based off of a real world example. So meet Top City Tours, a travel agency that provides tours to major cities worldwide. Top City Tours is crunched by competition and they're looking to attract a younger demographic. So they've asked manager TJ to start a new division of the company. And what TJ is going to use is the assets to action model to provide himself with a systematic approach in creating this new line of revenue. Here is the assets to action model, and this is what TJ is going to use when creating his new revenue line. It's comprised of 5 key parts: the inside, downside, outside, upside, and at its core, the commitments. And we're going to jump into detail behind each component. The inside is the first component of the assets to action model, and it begins by listing all of the means that you have available to you. So think about what you have and what you know, and make a list of every single asset you can think of. And this may include things that you think of as ordinary, mundane, or even waste. And once you have a list of all of these things, think about what you're willing to commit to the innovation process, and then slide those items into the center of the model. The next component of the assets to action model is the downside. The downside helps you calculate what you're willing to lose with no expectation of return. And it's usually comprised of 3 main components: money, time, and relationships, although it varies from model to model. In the center, you'll list what you're willing to expend in pursuit of your idea, even if this idea never works out, and this will help you limit your risk over time. Once you finish with the downside, the next part of the assets to action model is the outside, and this is where you're going to list out possible stakeholders. Once you have a list of possible stakeholders, you're going to pull out what they might be able to commit and move that to the center. You can do this on your own, or better yet, you can call and have conversations with people to see what they'd be willing to contribute to the process. Your outside collaborators can then move to the downside and set the limits that they want to put on contributing to your venture. Once you finish your inside, downside, and outside, you're going to have a variety of items to combine to create your next opportunity. And there's no right or wrong combination here, but whatever you decide to move forward with will flow into your go-forward idea. Let's look at TJ's example to illustrate number 4, the upside. In this example, TJ's go-forward idea was to create an unwind weekend tour combining hiking trips in the local national parks with trips to local wineries. Now that he has direction, he can identify specific action steps to move the idea forward, starting at the bottom and letting the list move upwards. To the right of each action item is an area for learning. As you complete each step, document your learnings, and these will be pivotal in helping you iterate your idea. Because of the assets to action model, TJ and Top City Tours have created a new revenue line called Top Tours Outdoors, and now everybody can unwind a little bit.